easily introduce this artificial bone to this side of the basket plate. Using this material, I did 90 operations. 10 operation is open door. This is a little bit busy slide, but I did 10 patients open door laminoplasty. And age is from 52 to 82, and mean age is 64 years. And most of the patient is spondylosis. And myelopathy is moderate to severe. Using several slides, I show the representative patient case. And this patient is 82 years old male. Chief complaint is sensory disturbance and numbness of the upper and lower extremity. And he also has a joint disturbance and disturbance of skill movement. And he cannot walking well, and he always uses wheelchair before 6 months before operation. And this is the MRI for his cervical region. This is spinal cord. But the spinal cord is compressed both sides, and especially this spinal cord. Inside of this spinal cord, you can see the white region. White region means that they already degenerated the spinal cord. And we did the operation of the open door laminoplasty, and from C34 to C67 were enlarged. This is the operative finding of this patient. It is a little bit difficult to see, but this is the head, this is the body, and this is the left, this is the right. And this is the screw for the titanium plate. This is also screw. We can see the 3 basket plate here, and we can see this screw. And that's why here is the spinous process, and this is the lateral side. And I did C means the cervical. Cervical 4 to 6 open door laminoplasty. And furthermore, we added partial laminoplasty adjusting spine. And I used widest of 8 mm. All of the plate is 8 mm wide. And also introduce liquid artificial bone between here. This is a post-operative explain photograph. We can see this is the AP view. This is the lateral view for the cervical region. We can see the basket plate here. Also, we can see here. Titanium plate is very low archway. That's why this is a pre-operative lateral view of the cervical region. Here is the spinal canal, but here is very narrow. But after operation, it's enlarged. And this material is very low archway. That's why we can easily diagnose it using the CT scan. Even MRI, artifact is very low. That's why this is the pre-operative narrowing region. But post-operatively, we can see the very clear finding. This is the spinal cord. We can see the white area is space for the cerebral spinal fluid. That's why we can, post-operatively, the space is enough and large. This is the actual view of a CT scan. First spinal canal is like this, but after opening the spinal canal, this is the basket plate. This is the enlarged side, and we can see the enlarged spinal canal. Even in MRI, first spinal cord is compressed by this area, but now spinal we can see the enough space around the spinal cord. This is the 3D CT of the pre-operative and post-operative. This is the midline. This is a little bit rotated to the right side. This is rotated to the left side. We can see that this is the basket plate, and we can see that here is the enlargement space. And I did 9 patients. I did a French door laminoplasty on 9 patients, and patient age is average patient age is 68, and in this case, not only spondylosis, OPL patient is also there, and symptoms is moderate to severe. And I also showed a representative case of cranial laminoplasty. This is a 77 years old male. His chief complaint is also sensory disturbance of the and numbness of the upper lower extremity. Also, he showed gait disturbance. He can only walk in the inside of the room using a cane. And this is the MRI of the lateral view. This is the spinal cord, but the spinal cord is severely compressed, especially this area. We can very thin this spinal can see this area. And this is the operative view. This is the head, this is the body, this is the left, this is the right side. And this is the laminoplasty plate. And we can see the screw at both sides. And that's why this is the located area for the spinal process. But now spinal process is open at the midline. And this is the postoperative X-ray film. This is the epic view. This is the lateral view. We can see the basket plate here. Also, we can see the here. This is the pre-operative CT scan. This is the post-operative CT scan. Pre-operatively, spinal canal is very narrow, but after operation it's enlarged and very dense article. We can easily diagnose this change. And also, this is MRI. MRI is very compressed area is completely open. So the width of spinal cord is completely changed after operation. This is the actual view of the CT scan and also MRI. Pre-operatively, spinal canal is very narrow, but after operation, spinal canal is enlarged like this. Here is the area of the basket plate. Also, MRI, we confirm the spinal cord is compressed of spinal cord is disappeared after operation. This is the 3D CT scan, pre-operative and post-operative. And for French door laminoplasty, it's necessary using three making a gutter. One is the right side, and the other is the left side, and also necessary the midline and open it here. And after open the midline, we can press this kind of basket plate. I just compared this open door and the French door, and average operation time is 190 in open door and 138 in French door. It's not a different. It's not a significant difference. But open door is a more wide area of the lamina. That's why maybe open door laminectomy is more first operation than French door. And also compare the bleeding. Average bleeding is 80 and 73 milliliter. It's not a different. using this experience, I feel some advantage of this operating procedure. One is we always doing a very aged old patient. Old patient occasionally occur the changing of the bone. For example, this is the area for the joint. The joint is sometimes occur the very different change of the bone. It's easy to bleeding and also broken. That's why we do not touch this area. But open laminoplasty can select the open side. That's why we can, after diagnosis using a CT scan, we can decide the open side of the laminoplasty. It's one point of the advantage of the laminoplasty. And also advantage of the laminoplasty basket is it's easy to use in several type of the basket plate. For example, this is the second vertebral level, third, fourth, and third and fourth is spinous process is a little bit short. But 5, 6, 7 is very long. That's why 5, 6, 7 is easy to place this kind of plate among the divided spinous process. But the short spinous process, it is difficult to use this type of laminoplasty. But for that case, we can use a different type of laminoplastic basket. That's why if we use the laminoplastic basket, we can doing every even patient spinous process is very short, we can successfully doing operation. And this 90 cases, it's including 3 re-operations. One open the laminectomy. One case is previously received C3-4 laminectomy. This patient without this bone. And also French door laminoplasty, case 4 and case 9 has a previous operation. Especially for case 9 operation, they have previous laminectomy here. That's why it's suspected to the too much adhesion. But even both cases, we can successfully operate it. That's why laminoplastic basket is also using for re-operation safely. And my conclusion is this is the first my experience for using a combination of laminoplastic basket and left artificial bone. But this is a very good operative result. That's why this will be a new choice for the cervical laminoplasty. But it's only using in Japan now. Thank you so much.
It's a more or less mechanical question, and I've heard from this for the very first time, so maybe the question is not too many. So you cut the bone, cut this offspring off, and fold it up, and put in this distance holder, right? Is there a long-term experience how this will this not change by chance?
This material first used in Japan, and there are no long follow-up. But previously, other material for the titanium is already done other countries, and long-term follow-up. Result of long-term follow-up is not so good. It's not bad, very good long follow-up result.
Additional question to this: a bone is not a too flexible material. bone is quite rigid. It's a bone. The bone material is not too flexible.
This bone material will be adsorbed and then gradually change to the own bone, replace to the newly generated bone.
Okay, so it's a bone replacement as well.
Yes.
And is there no danger to, when you operate this, that you hurt the spinal cord? That you hurt, verletzen, that you hurt the spinal cord when you're operating around it?
The damage of the spinal canal.
My feeling is not so dangerous because we always monitor the spinal cord function using electrophysiological monitoring, and we always check it. That's why our procedure is not so dangerous, I think.
Arigato.
Thank you very much. Very interesting lecture. I'm totally unfamiliar with this field, but simple question. As far as my understanding is correct, this technical term, cervical myelopathy, is a part of the pressure on the neck, and so that this technology be applicable to other spine programs, also to those who are paralyzed underneath of their body or legs.
Yes, other spinal area like thoracic and lumbar also has a spinal canal stenosis, but the structure of the bone is a little bit different. That's why cervical is very easy to move. That's why this kind of treatment is necessary. But thoracic and lumbar is not so much movement. That's why we generally using a different type of the material for the opening the spinal canal.
Yeah, thank you. We have a brain. Brain have information. Spinal cord pressed. If spinal cord is stressed, we cannot stand up. Yes. You show the wheelchair patient have an operation, spinal cord Spencer operation. After operation, how about he stand up without a wheelchair?
Cervical spinal cord is also central nervous system. That's why the recovery of the damage is not so fast. It's necessary for example, the patient wheelchair using wheelchair. Now he walking. But
He walking.
Yes.
Oh.
But it's necessary long period after operation, long period of the rehabilitation after operation. Otherwise, only operation cannot improve the patient symptom.
Yes, spinal cord is a kind of a channel from all body to brain. That is a kind of information channel. The water is spinal cord water is speed or when that is very pressed. We have a very severe. Yes. I have research about how to think from the body to brain, how to transfer the information. Yes. Spinal cord is very important. The patient is without wheelchair, stand up. Maybe he have no damage over spinal cord. Yes. No damage. If damage the spinal cord, he cannot work after operations. because there is a lot of water in spinal cord, in brain to hip. Yes, spinal cord, there is water channel. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes.
Yes. I also think spinal cord is very important. But interesting thing is, if after operation, the spinal cord is still very thin, but function will be improved. That's why the function and I should MR finding is not correlated.
I'm not sure if I understand this point correctly. Because of the titanium, you can so make